In Chapter 3-2 of Radiant Dawn, the Banyan nobles' forces are scattered and disorganized, making them easy to defeat. The plan is to have Tabar install the Banyan Central Army while we sweep up the northern forces. Fortunately, Tabarn has the trustworthy Naysala by his side, whose history of treachery is surely not a direct indicator of treachery in the imminent future. For this map, we get the silver card, giving us a 50% discount for all shop items, which is great, but it only lasts for this map, and we only have so much gold to work with. Ileana, Heather, Nephany, and Braum join our army at this point. Ileana keeps her inventory from her days in the Dawn Brigade, allowing for a transfer of items between armies. I made sure to bring the Paragon skill and several gems to sell for gold. I use my shop discount to load up on weapons, and I give the Paragon skill to Rolf, so I can trade him more effectively. This is a very open map with a route objective, and it begins with several waves of aggressive enemies who are easily taken care of, because most of them can be one-rounded by many of the girl mercenaries. I do my best to give Rolf as many kills as I can, but it's quite difficult because the enemies are too aggressive. After handling the initial wave, I move over to the right where a mage with a bolting tome is stationed. Bolting is not normally obtainable in Radiant Dawn and can only be stolen from enemies. However, the tome only appears on a few chapters and is extremely heavy. Fortunately, since I grinded Heather into a level 60 Whisper in part 2, she has more than enough strength to steal the tome. I move Heather close to the bolting mage, forcing him to switch to his other tome to attack. And so, on the next turn, I'm able to steal the bolting tome, even though it isn't really that good and is only useful for a mediocre endgame cheese strategy. After this, I continue progressing the map. I lure in the boss and surround him until he breaks his weapons, allowing me to grind out the remaining enemies unbothered. There are a couple of healers on this map, allowing for a perfect opportunity to train Rolf. I have him repeatedly shoot the healers to gain XP until the XP fall off becomes too severe, and I managed to get him to level 17, where his stats are actually pretty good. In the closing cutscene, reinforcements from the Central Army have unexpectedly arrived, so Ranulf recommends a retreat. But General Skramir refuses this advice, so Ranulf decides to fight him to try to get him to change his mind. After Ranulf gets his ass kicked, Skramir actually decides to make the wise decision and retreats. Meanwhile, the commander of the Banyan Central Army, General Zelgius, observes these movements as he looks on, clearly unburdened by the responsibility of having to maintain a secret identity or multiple sets of differently colored armor.